first, and then that will give you some really good bend, and then turn it, and then come back in a half pass. Good. Good. So you can see when you step him away from the inside leg, he doesn't want to drop his frame at all. So now outside knee, keeping that inside rein really elastic and letting the shoulders open again, especially that right shoulder. Really let it drop down. Good. And now make it into a leg yield away from the left leg, keeping on coming across the arena. And this is where you control the shoulders and make that right hind step out from his body. Yeah. And you can see by the loss of rhythm, he says, Mum, that's really a tricky one. There, he gets it. Super job. Super job. So that for me would still be, I still do that a lot with Sabi, who also has a weaker right hind. It's so good for the strengthening, for their range of motion, yeah? So I would keep that in his program with that attention to detail. This is much, much better in warm-up in the walk. From here I would go into trot and find, again, that one trot which is the most productive, keeping your hands not excessively wide and low. I have no problems with wide hands. I have no problems, and I love hands that are right at the, at that height. I just want you to make a point that it doesn't become a habit, that to do a transition you make your arms stiff and wide. Yeah? Good. And chest nice and open again. Very good. Right rein a little bit playful. And this frame is quite nice. It's quite a nice beginning trot while he just gets ready to get his cops out. It's a little bit normal. I wouldn't keep it there for too long. But I also wouldn't go flying around. I would start to say, okay, can I just test the forward side a little bit? And here, yield him from that right leg to the left rein. There you go. And just find that one frame where you feel you get to his back the quickest. And it's not necessarily going to be super deep. I love that you're not letting him go super long. Yeah, I think that might be it, right there. And then you feel from there, can I put both calves on? And I just push there. Okay. For me, no quicker, but that is a really good first trot, yeah? It's forwards, it's got ground cover, it's got swing, the frame is super steady, and more importantly, it's the same trot for the whole long side. As you and he both get more used to making one trot at the beginning, you're going to start to say, Ree, not that cadence is a big problem for you, bud, but we're going to ask for a little bit more cadence early on. So from the next long side, you're going to do a very small counter flexion and just a lovely long leg yield all the way across the diagonal. Same idea as in the walk. It doesn't have to be that the right hind goes excessively away from the body, but you use it to assess how easy is it for him to step left leg to right hind. How much can I control the right shoulder? And then you compare it when you go, yes, I love that at the end, really good. And now you should have the ability to now go a little squeeze of the fingers, a little squish of the calf, and say, now we just pick it up a gear. And by a gear, I don't mean faster, I mean a little bit more quality, yeah? So pole can, that's the one, that's what I mean. And in that moment, you make a point that he doesn't start to think about bracing. So the next long side, you pick his frame up again, good. And this would be where I would be doing a little inside flexion, a little outside, a little, like how little can I do to make his crest flip, thinking that you make his jaw tuck in, like right in there behind his neck, so that the flexion is really small, and that you feel that just, you keep that looseness in the pole. See there, good. So you give yourself, or you gradually teach yourself an aid or a set of aids, where if he does block like he did yesterday, you have keep the right rein nose a tiny bit. You have a really reliable, repeatable aid that says, hey, Reed, you can't do this. Pull up there again. And remember, if he starts to really dive into the contact, get really strong or really pushy about it, you have three choices, and I'm not quite sure yet which one's the most appropriate one. You can simply make a transition, that's always going to be appropriate, or you can make a half halt because he's pretty active behind, or you can send him more forwards into like hind legs out to the connection. with cadenza, I always have to send him forwards because he's trying to cheat using his back, and he's also gets behind me. I don't think that's what's happening here, so I think I would half hold when he wants to hit the bridle, thinking not passage, but thinking more like half steps behind, so he doesn't go slow. Can you feel? He go, yeah, and now can you make a little, and walk for 1 second there? Could you see what happened to his hind legs? Yeah, they got slow and out behind, so you want to avoid that at all costs, yeah? So when you make the half hold, and that's a little bit what he was looking for when he was like going, so if you feel that, look again for that forwards aid that we talked a bit about yesterday, where you put your legs on and the hind legs go, or was it with you? It might have been with Heather. And the hind legs go quick, quick, yeah? That you know you have the passage trot, we know that's there, but that he doesn't use it against you. When he was doing the passage at the end yesterday, hind legs were very under him, yeah? So you just, that's about awareness, because I'm sure it feels pretty cool when he does it. But you want to know that it's never his decision to get slower.